Welcome to the Gold IRA Blueprint,
Yeah.
your guide to navigating the sometimes complex world of gold IRAs.
Yeah.
In this deep dive, we're going to explore how gold IRAs can help you, as American retirees,
Okay.
diversify your retirement portfolios. It's about finding that stability that you crave, especially with all the economic uncertainty swirling around these days.
It's fascinating how much interest there is in alternative assets these days.
Yeah.
People are looking beyond the traditional stocks and bonds,
Right.
searching for something that feels more tangible, more secure.
Yeah.
And gold, with its long history as a safe haven, is definitely having a moment.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to unpack today. What makes gold so appealing, how these gold IRAs actually work, and what you need to know to make the right decisions for your golden years.
One of the things that often surprises people is that gold IRAs aren't limited to holding physical gold bars.
Oh, really?
While you can certainly do that, there are also options to invest in gold-related assets, like ETFs and mining stocks. It's about finding the level of exposure that feels right for you.
Before we get too far into the details, though,
Sure.
I want to make sure you know about a fantastic resource we put together.
Okay.
Head over to goldirablueprint.com/exclusive, and you can download a free checklist
Right.
that will help you choose the right gold IRA company. It's packed with insider tips and key questions to ask.
Yeah.
Think of it as your secret weapon in this process.
It really takes the guesswork out of finding a company that aligns with your needs and values.
Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
What exactly is a gold IRA?
Mm-hmm.
And how does it differ from a traditional IRA?
At its core, a gold IRA or gold individual retirement account is a self-directed IRA.
Okay.
That means you have more control over your investment choices. Instead of being limited to traditional assets
Right.
like stocks and bonds, you can hold physical gold,
Uh-huh.
gold ETFs, or mining stocks within your IRA.
So it's like opening up a whole new world of possibilities for your retirement savings. But let's break it down a bit further. How does the actual mechanics of a gold IRA work?
The key players are custodians, rollovers, and depositories.
Okay.
A custodian is a specialized financial institution that administers your gold IRA.
Okay.
They handle the paperwork, ensure compliance with IRS regulations,
Got it.
and basically act as your trusted guide throughout the process.
It sounds like they play a crucial role, so it's not like you're managing everything yourself.
Right.
You have this expert support system in place.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, when it comes to setting up your account, you can either fund it with direct contributions
Right.
or rollovers from existing retirement accounts, such as a traditional IRA or a 401k.
So you have flexibility in how you get the funds into your gold IRA. But what about the gold itself?
Yeah.
Where is it kept? I can't imagine people are storing gold bars under their mattresses.
Right. Definitely not.
Yeah.
That's where IRS-approved depositories come in.
Okay.
These are highly secure storage facilities
Yeah.
specifically designed to hold precious metals. Your custodian will help you choose a depository. And once you purchase gold for your IRA,
Right.
it's safely stored in one of these vaults.
Makes sense. So it's like having a Fort Knox for your gold, ensuring its safety and security.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, why would someone choose a gold IRA in the first place? What's the allure?
There are several reasons why gold IRAs are gaining popularity. One of the biggest draws is diversification.
Okay.
As you know, diversification is a cornerstone of sound financial planning.
Right.
By adding gold to your retirement portfolio,
Yeah.
you're spreading your risk and reducing your reliance on any single asset class.
So it's about not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. Now, another key appeal of gold is its historical track record as a hedge against inflation. When inflation rises, the purchasing power of your money erodes.
Right.
But gold has a tendency to hold its value and even increase in value during inflationary periods.
So it's like a safety net against the rising cost of living. It can help preserve the value of your savings over time.
Precisely. And then there's the psychological factor.
Oh, yeah.
Gold is a tangible asset. You can hold it in your hand. For many people, that tangibility provides a sense of comfort and security,
Yeah.
especially during times of economic uncertainty.
It's like having a piece of history, something with intrinsic value that transcends the fluctuations of the stock market.
That's a great way to put it.
Now, our research shows that there's more than one flavor of gold IRA. Can you walk us through the different types available?
Absolutely. We can break down gold IRAs into three main categories: physical gold IRAs,
Okay.
gold ETF IRAs, and gold mining stock IRAs.
Let's start with the most straightforward one. Physical gold IRAs. What does that entail?
As the name suggests, this involves holding actual physical gold.
Okay.
You own gold bars or coins that are stored in an IRS-approved depository. This is the option for those who want direct ownership of gold and
Mhm.
appreciate that tangibility factor we discussed earlier.
It sounds like the most traditional and perhaps the most intuitively appealing approach. But I imagine there are some rules and regulations around the types of gold you can hold in a physical gold IRA.
You're absolutely right. The IRS has specific purity standards for gold that can be held in a physical gold IRA.
Okay.
Typically, it has to be at least 0.995 fine, meaning it's 99.5% pure gold.
So not just any gold bar will do. It has to meet these strict purity requirements.
Right.
And I'm guessing you need to work with approved custodians and dealers to ensure everything is above board.
That's crucial. You want to partner with reputable companies that understand the intricacies of IRS regulations
Right.
and can guide you through the process smoothly.
Now let's move on to gold ETF IRAs. How do those differ from the physical gold option?
With a gold ETF IRA, you're not holding physical gold. Instead, you're investing in shares of exchange-traded funds ETFs that track the price of gold.
So it's like buying a slice of the gold market without having to deal with the logistics of storing physical gold.
Exactly. One of the advantages of gold ETFs is liquidity. They're traded on stock exchanges, making them easy to buy and sell. They also tend to have lower expense ratios
Right.
compared to physical gold IRAs, as you don't have those storage fees to worry about.
That sounds appealing from a management perspective.
Yeah.
But what about the gold mining stock IRA? How
Okay.
does that fit into the picture?
With a gold mining stock IRA, you're taking a slightly different approach. Instead of owning gold directly, you're investing in companies that are involved in mining gold. You're essentially betting on the success of those companies.
So it's a bit more indirect and perhaps a bit more risky as you're exposed to the volatility of the mining industry itself.
That's right. The value of mining stocks can be influenced by factors beyond just the price of gold, such as operational challenges, geopolitical events, and even environmental regulations.
So it sounds like with gold mining stock IRAs, you're really tapping into the potential growth of the gold industry as a whole.
Yeah, you're right.
Now that we've covered the main types of gold IRAs, let's talk about a crucial step: choosing the right gold IRA company. There are so many options out there. What should people be looking for?
That's where your due diligence comes in. You want to find a company with a solid track record, transparent pricing, and a range of investment options to suit your individual needs.
Yeah,
Don't just jump at the first flashy offer you see.
right. It's important to do your homework.
Yeah.
And I know some people get overwhelmed by all the choices. That's why I wanted to remind you about that free checklist you can get at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
Yeah,
It's designed to help you evaluate different gold IRA companies
right.
and find the one that's the right fit for you.
It's a fantastic resource packed with practical tips and essential questions to ask potential providers. It can really simplify the decision-making process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, once you've chosen a company, what are the actual steps involved in opening a gold IRA?
The first step is to select a reputable custodian.
Right.
Remember, the custodian is the financial institution that administers your gold IRA. Right.
Ensuring everything is compliant with IRS regulations.
So you're not just dealing with the gold IRA company directly. You have this independent custodian overseeing things.
Exactly. The custodian acts as a neutral third party, safeguarding your assets and ensuring everything is done by the book.
That adds another layer of security and peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, once you've chosen a custodian, you'll need to open and fund your gold IRA account. This can be done through rollovers from existing retirement accounts like a traditional IRA or 401k, or through direct contributions.
So you can either transfer funds from an existing account or start fresh with new contributions.
That's right. And many gold IRA companies have buyback programs, meaning they'll purchase the gold back from you when you're ready to take distributions in retirement.
Yeah.
That can be a reassuring feature for some investors.
It definitely adds to the flexibility and accessibility of gold IRAs. So you've chosen a custodian, funded your account. What happens next?
Now comes the exciting part: purchasing your gold assets.
And this is where you'll work closely with your custodian and a reputable gold dealer to select the specific gold bars, coins, ETFs, or mining stocks you want to include in your IRA.
And this is where those IRS purity standards come into play for physical gold IRAs.
Right. Exactly. If you're going the physical gold IRA route, you need to make sure the gold you purchase meets the IRS's minimum fineness requirements of at least 0.995.
So you can't just buy any gold and stick it in your IRA. It has to meet these specific standards.
That's right. And you'll also want to carefully consider the premiums and storage fees associated with physical gold. Premiums are the markups dealers charge on the price of gold, and storage fees Cover the secure storage of your gold in an approved depository.
Those are important factors to consider. It's not just about the price of gold itself. You have to factor in these additional costs.
Absolutely. And here's where working with a reputable gold IRA company really makes a difference. They can help you navigate these costs, find competitive pricing, and ensure you're getting the best value for your investment.
Now, I think it's important to acknowledge that like any investment, gold IRAs come with potential risks. What are some of the risks that people should be aware of?
One of the primary risks is market volatility. The price of gold, like any commodity, can fluctuate significantly. It can be influenced by a multitude of factors, including global economic conditions, geopolitical events, supply and demand dynamics, and even investor sentiment.
So there's no guarantee that gold will always go up in value. It's subject to market forces, just like any other asset.
That's right. It's crucial to remember that past performance is not indicative of future results. Investing in gold, whether through a gold IRA or any other means, involves a degree of risk.
So it's about being realistic and having a long-term perspective.
Hmm.
You shouldn't expect to get rich quick with gold. It's more about stability and preservation of capital.
Right, exactly. And that's why it's important to approach a gold IRA as part of a diversified retirement strategy, not as your sole investment. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Speaking of diversification, I imagine there are ways to diversify even within a gold IRA itself.
Absolutely. You don't have to limit yourself to just one type of gold asset. You can spread your investments across bullion coins, ETFs, and mining stocks. This can help mitigate the impact of fluctuations in any one particular area.
So you can create a mini portfolio within your gold IRA tailored to your risk tolerance and investment goals.
Precisely. And this is another area where a knowledgeable gold IRA company can be invaluable. They can provide guidance on diversification strategies, asset allocation, and risk management.
It sounds like finding the right gold IRA company is really key to navigating this whole process successfully.
It truly is. Choosing the right partner can make all the difference. And it's not just about the financial aspects.
Mm.
You also want a company that values transparency, provides excellent customer service, and aligns with your personal values.
You're bringing up another risk. We should address the potential for scams or unethical practices in the gold IRA industry. How can people protect themselves?
It's unfortunate, but like any industry that deals with investments, there are always going to be bad actors out there looking to take advantage of people. That's why it's so important to do your research, ask the right questions, and be wary of any red flags.
What are some specific red flags people should watch out for?
High-pressure sales tactics are a big one. If a company is trying to rush you into a decision or making promises that sound too good to be true, it's a sign to proceed with caution.
So trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is.
Exactly. Also, be wary of companies that make exaggerated claims about the performance of gold or downplay the risks involved. Remember, no investment is a sure thing, and any company that suggests otherwise is not being honest.
It's all about finding that balance between optimism and realism. Gold can be a valuable addition to a retirement portfolio, but it's not a magic bullet.
Right, and that's why due diligence is so crucial. Take the time to verify the credentials of any gold IRA company you're considering. Check their track record, look for online reviews, and make sure they are registered with the appropriate regulatory bodies.
It's like checking the references of a contractor before you hire them to work on your house. You want to make sure they're legitimate and trustworthy.
That's a great analogy. And don't be afraid to ask tough questions. Any reputable gold IRA company will be happy to answer your questions honestly and transparently. They should be able to explain their fees, their investment process, and their risk management strategies in a way that you understand.
It's about feeling confident and empowered throughout the entire process. And speaking of empowerment, I want to remind you again about that free checklist available at Gold IRA blueprint.com/exclusive. It can be an incredibly helpful tool in evaluating different gold IRA companies and making sure you're choosing a reputable and reliable partner.
It can save you a lot of time and potential headaches down the road. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to protecting your retirement savings.
It really is about peace of mind, knowing you've done your due diligence and chosen a partner you can trust. Now, before we wrap up, I want to touch on something we haven't discussed yet: the difference between gold IRAs and traditional IRAs. How can someone decide which type of IRA might be a better fit for their overall retirement strategy?
That's a great question, and it really comes down to individual circumstances, financial goals, and risk tolerance. Traditional IRAs, as you know, are the more conventional route. They allow you to invest in a broad range of assets like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, and they offer tax-deferred growth, which can be very advantageous.
So with a traditional IRA, you're essentially betting on the long-term growth of the overall market. It's a more mainstream approach, but it can be very effective for building wealth over time.
Exactly. And for many people, a traditional IRA is a solid foundation for their retirement savings. But gold IRAs offer a different set of potential benefits, as we've discussed.
Right? They can provide diversification, a hedge against inflation, and that sense of security that comes with owning a tangible asset like gold. It's about adding a layer of protection to your retirement portfolio, especially during uncertain economic times.
Precisely. And for some people, that peace of mind is priceless. It's about having a sense of control over their financial future, knowing they have something tangible to fall back on if the markets take a downturn.
It's about not putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak.
Exactly. And it's important to remember that you don't have to choose one or the other. Many people have both traditional IRAs and gold IRAs as part of a well-rounded retirement strategy.
So it's about finding the right mix that aligns with your individual needs and goals. There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to seek guidance from a trusted financial advisor. They can help you assess your risk tolerance, evaluate your investment options, and create a customized retirement plan that sets you up for success.
They can be like a financial coach helping you navigate the complexities of retirement planning and make informed decisions.
That's a great way to put it.
Now, as we wrap up this deep dive into gold IRAs, I want to leave our listeners with some key takeaways and final thoughts. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the different types of gold IRAs to the potential benefits and risks, and the importance of choosing the right gold IRA company. What are some of the most important things you want people to remember?
I think the biggest takeaway is that gold IRAs can be a valuable tool for retirement diversification,
Yeah.
especially for those seeking a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. But like any investment, it's essential to approach it with careful consideration, thorough research, and a clear understanding of the potential risks involved.
It's about being informed and making educated decisions that align with your overall retirement goals.
Precisely. And I can't emphasize enough the importance of due diligence. Take the time to thoroughly vet any gold IRA company you're considering. Look for transparency, integrity, and a commitment to customer satisfaction.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, check references, and trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is.
Absolutely. And remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about gold IRAs, the better equipped you'll be to make sound decisions and protect your financial future.
And that's what this deep dive has been all about. We've tried to provide you with the information and insights you need to feel confident and empowered in exploring the world of gold IRAs. And remember to head over to goldirablueprint.com/exclusive to download that free checklist. It's packed with helpful tips and key questions to ask when evaluating different gold IRA companies. We hope you found this deep dive valuable, and we look forward to seeing you next time for another fascinating exploration. Until then, happy investing.